Hi, welcome to my channel Ruby Stedman. In this series of 2 videos, I want to teach you how to crochet this beautiful set. In video number 1, I'll be teaching you how to do this sweater or jacket, and in video number 2, I will be teaching you how to do the hat. Any beginner can make this set, so here is the list of material you're gonna need to make. To make this baby sweater, you're gonna need 2 of these 50-gram ball of yarn. These ones I bought at the Dollar Tree. They are 100% acrylic and it's like a light 3. This one is Red Heart Comfort Sport, light 3, and the color is white, 100% acrylic. The crochet hook is 4 millimeters. You're gonna need tapestry needle and scissor. You're gonna need buttons. So I don't know how many I'm gonna use or which one of those I will select for sewing on the sweater. And you're gonna need thread and needle to sew the buttons. So let's start making our sweater. So to make the sweater, we had to make 2 of these for the front, exactly the same. They're very easy and fast to make, and we start in here in the center. So we're gonna grab our yarn. Try to find the inside. There we go. And we're going to start with a magic circle. You're going to start like this. And grab it like that. And start working your stitches. Or you can cross it here, like that. Pass your hook. Hold the yarn here in the back, and you have to give it a little twist like this. That way we'll secure that first stitch. So you're going to chain 1, 2 and 3. You see? So you have to do 7 double crochet, so the chain 3 counts as the first one. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. You're going to pull that tail and you're done the first row. Now you're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work around, and you're going to do a single crochet in that first space. Now you're going to chain 2, and that counts as the first double crochet. And now we have to do increases in each space. So in that same space I'm going to do another double crochet. That's 2, 2 in this one. In total you have to have 14 double crochet in the second row. Okay, once you have your 14 double crochet, you're going to chain 1, you're going to do a single crochet in this one, chain 2, and that counts as the first double crochet. Now in the next space we're going to do 2 together. In the next one, 1 double crochet, and the next space 2 together. In the next one, 1, and then the next one 2 together. Like this you're going to continue all the way to the end, and this time you're going to have 21. I finished row number 3 and I have my 21 double crochet. So I'm going to chain 1, turn my work around, I'm going to do a single crochet, chain 2, and that's my first double crochet. I'm going to go to the next space, I'm going to do another double crochet, and in the next space I'm going to do 2 together. We always starting each row with 1 and finish with 2 together, okay? So that's how you know if you are doing your stitches right. So now 1 double crochet in that space, another in the next space, and 2 together in the next space. So we start with 7, and then in row number 2 we did 2 together, that's 14, and in row number 3 we start with 1 and finish with 2 at the end. That was 1 double crochet, 2 together, 1 double crochet, 2 together. And then this one is 2 double crochet and 2 together, 2 and 2 together. And you're going to end up with 28 stitches. I'm going to finish how you finish each row. So here I have 2 together. I have to do 1 and 2 separate. And on the top of that chain that we did, we're going to do 2 together, like that. And like this we finished row number 4. For row number 5 we're going to chain 1 to work around and do a single crochet. I already had the chain in there, so I'm going to chain 2 more. Now we have to do 3 separate and 2 together, so that's 1, 2 and 3 separate and 2 together, 1 and 2. Again, 3 separate, that's 1, 2 and 3 and 2 together. You're going to continue like this and you'll have 35 double crochet, and remember you have to finish with 2 together and top of that chain. For row number 6, chain 1, turn your work around, single crochet, chain 2. This time we're going to do 4 separate and 2 together. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 2 together, 1 and 2. This time you're going to finish with 42 double crochet. So again, 4 separate, 2 together, 4 separate and 2 together. Here I finished row number 6. For row number 7 you're going to do 5 double crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space, 5 and 2, 5 and 2. That's row number 7. Row number 8, you're going to do 6 double crochet and 2 double crochet in the same space, 6 double crochet and 2 in the same space. And row number 9, that will be the last one, you're going to do 7 double crochet separate and 2 in the same space, 7 and 2. So it will be like this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 row. And here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 2 together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 2 together. So if you like this little sweater just a little bit smaller, only do until row number 8. So I will do this off camera and I will meet you here when you have the 2 of them together ready to do the back. Here I finish. I'm gonna chain 1, cut the yarn, leaving a tail, and then we're gonna start working on our back. Once you have the front part finished, you're gonna do the back. And for the size of mine, I'm gonna do a chain of 48. If you would like this sweater to be a little bit smaller, what you do, instead to do 9 rows in each, you do 8, and then you do a separation like this, like 2 rows. You know, that's like 2 rows of separation there, and then you do the chain from here to here. See, from here to here. Okay, mine 48 will be from here to here. Okay, like that. That will give me the back. So I'm going to continue doing my chain until I have my 48. Once you have your 48 chain, you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then number 5 you're gonna do a double crochet, and that's your second double crochet. Like that. You're gonna double crochet all the way to the end. You see, once you finish your first row, you can measure, and you have like 2 finger space in between the 2 pieces in the front. You see? So what we're gonna do now, this we're gonna do each time we're gonna start a new row, chain 1, single crochet, and chain 2. And we're gonna double crochet all the way to the end. When we finish that row, again we'll chain 1, single crochet, chain 2, and go back with a row of double crochet. You're going to be doing double crochet rows or double crochet until you have 18. If you're making this smaller, you can measure it from here to here, okay, as you work. So I'm going to continue this off camera, and I'll measure here when I have my 18 rows. Once you finish your square will be like this. So this will go in here and in here, and then you see the separation here. So now we're gonna work in the shoulders. So we're gonna go here where we still have the yarn, and we're gonna chain 1, turn our work around, and we're gonna do 1 and 2 single crochet, 2 half double crochet, 1 and 2, 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3 treble crochet, 1, 2 and 3. You're going to chain 1, you're going to cut the yarn and leave a tail for sewing, okay? It'll look like this, and we're going to work in the other shoulder now. To do the other shoulder, you're going to turn your work around, you're going to grab your yarn, you're going to go to the corner here and on top of the chain here, you're going to pass your yarn and you're going to secure here, and you're going to pass your hook and bring your yarn through, chain 1, and in that same space do a single crochet. That's 1, a single crochet, and the next one is 2, and then 2 half, 3 double crochet, 1, 2 and 3 treble, 1, 2 and 3. Now you're going to cut your yarn, change 1, cut your yarn, leave a tail for sewing the shoulder. As you finish, it will look like this. So now you're going to grab these ones, and first you're gonna, with your tapestry needle, you're gonna secure this knot in here, because remember this was a slip knot. You want to secure that really well, and you don't want to cut the yarn, just secure this here, and then you put it here, and the same with the other one here, and then it will go here, and I will show you what the shoulder will look like. You see, when you put it here and you sew that here, it will look like that, nice and brown. So now we're gonna secure that and I will meet you here to sew this part together, and then we will be working in the front here and on the sleeves. Here what we're gonna do is we're gonna pass our needle through the 7 stitches just to secure that yarn in there. So you're gonna pass it through and you're gonna tie that knot and you're gonna leave that yarn. Here I attach one of the shoulders to show you, and you don't gonna see any seams in here. So it's very easy. What you're gonna do, I wanted to show you here in the other one first where we're gonna be sewing. You see, if you look in here, in the side here of your top stitch here is like a chain. So in each space between one chain and the other one, like this, is where we're gonna be sewing in here and here, like this, sideways, okay, like that. So that's what we're gonna do with the other one. Here for this shoulder we have 2 single crochet and 2 half double crochet is 4, and 3 double crochet is 7, and 3 treble crochet is 10. So in here in this part you have to count 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And in that number 10 is where we're going to start sewing. Now we're going to start sewing here in between the stitches, these 2 stitches, okay, like this. And again in the other side you're going to do exactly the same in between those 2 stitches. Again in this side, you see. It's very easy and fast, and it gives you a beautiful finish on your piece. This is a good way to finish your pieces in crochet or netting. So you're going to continue doing this all the way to the end. Now you're going to lose the tail and the inside, and you're going to lose this other tail here because this one is in the top, no in here, and for this side is here in the bottom. That will help to sew the side up. Or once you finish, it will look like this, and you'll fold it in half. And if you count this, so we did 9 rows, so from here to here is 9. And if we count from here to here is 9, so it's 18 stitch row in the back. You see, 9, 9, 18. So if you decide to make this one smaller, let's say 8 row, so the one in the back you have to do 16. And if you say you do this one with not 10 row, the one in the back you have to do it with 20. So you have to do that like that for bigger or smaller. So we're gonna count here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 9, sorry. And with this tail from the center I'm gonna secure here, okay, and between the 9 and the 10 in that space in here, and that way when I start sewing here I'll bring this nice and even, and I will do this in both sides. I already sewed this one first to show you what it look like this. And now we're gonna do the other part. So we're gonna be sewing through the wrong side. So with your tapestry needle, you're gonna pass it through this strand here, and you're gonna count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. And here between the 9 and the 10, you're gonna attach these two together here, and don't lose the tail. And we're gonna secure it with this one and the way up here. So now I'll show you how to sew this one in here, okay, after I've attached this in here in the center. Now we're gonna start sewing here first. In between row number 9 and 10, I'm gonna secure the center here. That way when I start sewing in the bottom, it's nice and even, and we are sewing from the inside, okay. That way when we turn our piece around, it looks nice and finished. So I'm gonna thread my needle, and I'm going to start sewing from the bottom. So this time I'm not doing the same type of stitch. I just sewing from one side to the other one, like this, from the top. Okay. And make sure that you have your piece even, that every single stitch is even, because you have the same amount of row on each side, so it's easy to keep it even to the end. Okay, so you're going to continue doing this all the way until you have that stitch that you tie together. Okay. I got to the center, and I'm gonna pass, this is the tail here, I'm gonna pass here just once, pass to the other side, and I'm gonna secure this to tail, and I don't wanna lose this tail because I'm gonna attach my yarn in here to do a row of single crochet all the way around before we change color to the white. Once you finish, it will look like this. So now with these two tails, I'm gonna do the Russian knot here, and I'm gonna do a row of single crochet from 40 to 42 single crochet all the way around, and you're gonna do the same on the other side. Here you can do any knot to attach the two strands of yarn together, but I'm gonna do the Russian knot. I already showed how to do this before, and it's very easy, and your two strand is nice and secure once you do this. So you're going to cross the two pieces, and you're going to pass your needle through the strand of yarn that your needle is threaded, okay, to the same strand of yarn, okay, and you have the other one cross in here. So you're going to pass it through like 1.5 inches. Once you do that, you will pull the yarn through, and then you pull that yarn, and it's nice and secure there, and you're going to do the same on the other side. Once you finish with your knot, you're gonna go here to the center. You're gonna pass your hook, pull the yarn through, and you're gonna chain 1, and in that space you're gonna do a single crochet, and you're gonna start doing single crochet all the way around until you have from 40 to 42. Okay, try to even them up all the way around. Here I'm going to finish with a slip stitch, chain 1, cut the yarn, and you can lose that tail and go to the other side and do exactly the same. And for mine was 42 single crochet. And you have to make sure that you have the same amount in this one and in this is what I look like once you finish the 2 row on each side, 1 row on each side of single crochet. If you like, you can leave this like this without sleeve, like a vest, and you'll go to the ahead of the video to the part where I work here in this part. You can do it with the same color as this yarn, or you can do it with a different color. For me, the sleeve and the in front here gonna be done. I made one of the sleeve, that way you guys see how they look. So we're gonna come here to the other one. And I'm gonna do slip knot. And I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna remove my yarn from my hook, and I'm gonna go to the first single crochet, and I'm gonna pass that loop, and I'm gonna chain 1, 2, and 3. At the same time, I'm gonna be losing that tail. So right away, we're gonna start with the first decrease, and we're gonna do yarn over. We're gonna do a double crochet. We don't gonna finish. We have 2 loops, and we go to the next one, do another double crochet. We have 3 loops, and we close those 3 loops. Now you're gonna do 1 double crochet on each single crochet until the last 2 here that we're gonna do another decrease. Okay, so you're gonna do double crochet all the way around. Here I have 2 left, so I'm gonna do another decrease. So I'm gonna do 1, and I'm gonna finish. I had 2 loops, and again the next one I have 3 loops. I'm gonna close those 3. I'm gonna go to the top of the 3rd chain, do a slip stitch, and we finish that first row. You're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and now you're gonna do a double crochet on top of each double crochet for a total of 40 double crochet because you did 2 decrease in the row before. So I'll meet you here at the end of this. Once you finish row number 2, row number 3 will be the repetition of row number 1. 1, 2, 3 chain, yarn over, a double crochet. I don't finish, I had 2 loops, another double crochet. I had 3 loops. I'm gonna close those 3 loops, and I have the decrease. So now I'm gonna do 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet until the last 2, and here that we'll do another decrease. And in this row we'll finish with 38. Here I'm going to finish row number 3 with a decrease. I had 2 loops, go to the last one, do a double crochet, 3 loops, close those 3 loops, and go here and do a slip stitch. Row number 4 is chain 3, and you're going to do a double crochet on top of each double crochet all the way around, and that will be your 38 double crochet. For row number 5, you're again going to repeat row number 1. You're going to do a decrease on each side, and when you finish that decrease, you will have 36 stitches, and you're going to work on those 36 stitches until you have 13 rows on total. So for me, from this first row until here, 13 rows. And then after the 13th row, I will show you how to finish here the end. Okay? So remember, you have to decrease in number 1, number 3, and in number 5. And it's 2 decrease, 1 at the beginning and 1 at the end of the row. Here I have 13 rows. And now I'm going to work the post for 2 rows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work the chain on the post you see other than my videos, you know that I like to work my chain on the post as well. So I'm gonna pass my hook behind and in front of that chain like that. Pass my yarn through. I had 2 loops, close those 2 loops, and that counts as the first chain. 1 and 2 and 3, and that is working the back post. Now 1 front post, 1 back post, 1 in the front, and 1 in the back. Like this, you're gonna work all the way around. Here I'm gonna finish, and this one is the last one, is a front post. Because the chain was done like a back post, I'm gonna do a slip stitch in the top. It'll be like that. We're gonna repeat exactly the same. We're gonna come here, work that chain as a back post, chain 2, and now you're gonna do the front post as a front post, and the back post you're gonna work them as a back post all the way around. So once you finish with a slip stitch, you will chain 1, cut the yarn, and lose that tail. And if you're making this little sweater smaller, I recommend to do 1 or 2 rows shorter the sleeve. Okay. So I'll meet you here to finish. Now we're going to start working all the way around with the white. So I'm going to do a slip knot. I'm going to take out of my hook, and I'm going to go here where I did the sewing. I'll try to pass it through it here. I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and that's right in the center. And I'm going to do a 9 double crochet, and in number 10 I will do a increase. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we had to do the increase because this is round in the front. 6, 7, 8, 9, and here in number 10 we're going to do 2 together, 1 and 2. And like that, you're going to continue all the way around, and I'll meet you here when I get here at the shoulder. And here I have the 2 together in that stitch, so I have to do a 9 in total in here because I want to have the same amount on the other side when I start to do the increase in the other side. So once you do your 2 together in here, so you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 will be exactly in the seam where you sew the 2 pieces together there. That's number 5. And then that treble crochet you're going to do 4. And that will be your 9 stitches before you do the increase. So I have 5. This will be 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I have my 9 stitches in here. So now you're going to do 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet until you get to the other shoulder, and I will show you how to do that part in there. No increase here in this part. So it'll start to look like this. I'm on the other shoulder, so we have to do exactly the same, 4 double crochet in that treble crochet. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 in the seam here where you sew the 2 pieces together. That will be number 5. And now in here you have to do 4 more for a total of 9 before the increase. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you count from here from the shoulder, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now you have to do 2 together. So you're going to continue 9 double crochet and 2 together in the same space with the increase all the way around until you get to this part in here. Okay, once you get here, you will do only 1 double crochet in each space until you get here, that you'll finish with a slip stitch on top of the chain. Here is the work that I'm doing in the back, where we start with the chain here. So I'm not doing my double crochet in the little strand. I'm passing my double crochet through the inside of the other double crochet, like that. Okay, to the inside. And it looks like this, and it's really nice and strong here. Here I finish with a slip stitch, and I'm going to show you what it look like with the first row. It looks like so cute. They look like this. So now we're going to do a row all the way around, working the post. So one from back post, one from post, one back post, one from post, all the way around. And we're going to start, like I always start my post, with the chain work in the back post. Chain 2, and then 1 from post, 1 back post. In this row we don't gonna do any increase, so just working back and front post until we get to the other side. You're gonna guide yourself from the center here and around here. We're gonna start doing the opening for the buttonholes, okay? And this is, it looks fantastic, and we are almost finished. I decided that these are the buttons that I'm gonna use. They're so cute because these snowmen, if I put them here, you don't see them that much because the white is not a good contrast for it. So I'm gonna use these ones. So you have to decide how many buttons you're gonna use and the size. So I'm gonna do 2, and maybe I use the other one and I place it here as a decoration, like I have 3 buttons or something, like it's open like that, and then the other 2. Okay, so here I have these to guide myself. So what I'm gonna do is straight from where I start here, from under the sleeve, I'm gonna bring it nice and straight, and then here I have 2 double crochet just right beside here, and then the third one is a front post. So here I'm gonna do my first buttonhole, and then the other will be around here in the other side. Okay, so you have to decide if it's a big button or a small button, and if you're making only one buttonhole, you will do it right here in the center where this is. Okay, you'll do a back post and then a front post, and then here you will do your buttonhole right in the center. So now I'll show you how we're gonna do the button. So for the size of my buttons, I only have to do 1 chain space. So here I have my front post double crochet, I chain 1, yarn over, I'm gonna skip this one and I go to the next one, and I'm gonna do another front post double crochet. So if you're using a big button, you'll have to do this bigger, and what you're gonna do is you do your front post, chain 2, skip 2 stitch, and go to the third one and do a front post, and like that you have a bigger buttonhole like that. Okay, so for mine I only need 1 space. So I'm gonna chain 1, skip 1, go to this one and do a front post, and then a back post, a front post, a back post and a front post, and I'm gonna see if I have enough space in between to do the other one. So it will be like this. This one will be in here, and the other one will be in here. And yes, it's a good space, and it'll look like this. So to do the other space, I will chain one, yarn over. I'm gonna skip this one and go to the next one and do a front post. So you're gonna continue doing one front post, one back post all the way to the end, and you will finish with a slip stitch, and we have one more row to do, and sew the buttons, and we are done. So after this row, one more. Once you finish your second row, it will look like this. Now we're gonna do the last row exactly the same as the second one. We're gonna work the post all the way around without any increases. So the increases only was in the first row with the white. Chain two. This is a front post, and I'm gonna do it as a front post, and the back post you'll make them back post. Okay. So you're gonna do this all the way around, and I'll meet you here when I get to the buttonhole. Here I'm on the buttonhole part, so I'm gonna yarn over, and in that chain space I'm gonna do a double crochet. We are replacing that one that we skipped in here, and you're gonna do a front post, a back post, front post, a back post, a front post, and now we are at the space of the other buttonhole. So we're gonna do a double crochet in the top in that chain space, and you're gonna continue with a front post and then a back post, and like so until you get to the end. You'll finish with a slip stitch, cut the yarn, loose the tail, and then we only had to sew the buttons, and we are done our little sweater. Now we have to sew the buttons, and I'm gonna use the same yarn because the little holes in here, they are big enough. So I'm gonna use the white for the white part. So look how cute these buttons are. This one. And then I'm gonna sew them. I'm gonna find where the little buttonhole is in here. So I will sew them in the other side, and I will put that one in here and this one in here. And then this other one, the extra that I have, that is a little bear with a little red jacket, red and white, I will sew that one with red yarn in there. Okay. So I will do this out of camera, and then I'll show you them. Here I finished sewing these two beautiful buttons to the sweater or jacket. It looked like a little jacket. And I decided not to use this one in here because as I look my finished product, I decided to make a matching hat. So I'm gonna use this one to sew in the hat. So since I've been publishing my videos Mondays and Wednesday now, because the holiday season, it's good to start ahead of time doing all those projects and all those presents. I will be publishing this one now Monday, and the other one next Wednesday coming up. Okay, so I'll put it on in one of my little mannequins, and I'll show you them. Here is the amount of yarn that I have left. This one I have 18 grams left of the 100. So I forgot that I have a weighing scale, and the other day I just found it, and then I started weighing my leftover yarn. So this one is 18 grams of 2 balls of 50 each. This is what I have left. And this one that was 350 gram, I have 290. So I use 60 gram of the white. So 2 balls of 50 gram is plenty for the little sweater, but not enough with these 18 grams to do the hat. So you'll need another red for the hat, okay? So I will put it on my mannequin and I will show you the end result, and I will see you next Wednesday with a video of the hat. Here I wanted to show you what it look like on the back and look really, really nice. And I will show you the front part. This is the end result, and look how fantastic look in the front. This is like for 1 year old and older. So I just wanted to let you know the size. So I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this piece and you want to send me some picture, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, or you can find me in my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. Please share my videos with friends and family. That way you help me grow here on YouTube. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.